Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Oh, on today's episode, we're going to be getting the window prepped and reprimered for the windshield. Windshield ain't coming yet, but I at least need to get this done so that way I can finish up on some of the body work. But that's basically what it looks like around the window. Just really dirty and a tiny bit of surface rust. So be getting that cleaned up and then primered, and then also try to fix this little tiny dent right here so that way I can reprimer that. And we're still trying to figure out the best way to go about getting this dent out because you can't get to it from the back side, but it's just kind of annoying right here. It's just a dent that kind of runs like that. So, I don't know. I'd like to be able to get that like that glue stuff and try to pull it out that way, if anything, because I really don't want to weld into it. These cars are kind of known to be thin as paper where it comes to their metal, so don't really want to do that. But yeah, get to getting this off and everything, and then I do have a CV axle to replace on this side, because this side's CV boot was torn when I got the car. So eventually we'll be getting that. Probably it'd be nice to take off the front fenders and the bumper and check for rust. You know, it'd be good to kind of run down on this car underneath the skin a little bit and check for rust. Maybe take the side skirts and everything off. I know that something's going on where the side skirts are because they just don't really sit flush, like at least back there. And up here I know it's just because this is a fiberglass fender, but maybe it was the other side that was kind of more of a, yeah, it's this one. There we go. I mean, you can see that the glue that they use to hold these things on is shitty, so it might just be that, but I have a feeling that kind of where this crease is right here, someone might have jacked it up and it fucked it up underneath there, so we'll have to check that out as well. But I just thought I'd give a little bit of progress on the Skyline, and things are going to start moving along with it, and then they'll start moving along with that car here soon too, so just wait and be patient. But let's get the window taken care of for now. Ain't that right, Peaches? Yeah. Let's get the window. Alright. So now that we got the hood and fender off, I'm going to go ahead and sand some of these spots that have a little bit of surface rust on them. Just so that way, you know, when I repaint this all, it's going to not rust through or get rusty on it. But it really doesn't have any serious rust anywhere so far that I've seen. It's basically all just kind of like surface rust, really. No big holes so far. This is about as worse as it gets right there, and really I just haven't sanded that yet to get to it. But this is all looking pretty good. Back down to bare metal. So there was a little bit of rust right where the windshield wiper, it's right there, but it's back down to shiny metal, so that's good. There's a little bit right here, so I'll just take this fender off and do the same thing and get this prepped. Basically just gonna paint from the top of the strut towers, and then the top of the radiator, and then the front of the core support and all that. I'm not gonna do the engine bay stuff. That'd be just too much for right now. Maybe someday when I drop the motor and everything, we'll paint the engine bay and everything, but I'm not too worried about that, you know. I was always told form follows function, so let's get it going and looking good before that. But yep, so far it's looking all right. Pick back up when this is done, I guess. Okay, this is where we're at so far. Got the front bumper and everything off. I got this side pretty much nicely rough sanded down. Not too bad. Everything came out real nice and shiny. So, just getting this side all masked up and everything, and then I'll get this all painted black. Looking pretty good so far though. And then I'll just get to this little tiny bits of surface rust and stuff, but we'll repaint this thing black too. The issue that I'm seeing so far is this right here. I mean, I'll be able to fix it no problem, but you can tell that somebody's once upon a time fixed this, or the car had a hit right here and they replaced this. But yeah, that's where we're at so far. It'll look a whole lot better, and it'll last a lot longer when I address all of these little tiny bits of surface rust coming through. But other thing I noticed is right here. That's a pinch. So at some point this thing had taken a hit, which makes sense as to why the side skirt's like that. So I mean, this was a race car. I didn't expect this to be a perfect GTR and I'd get it and be like, oh, what the hell? I'm all super bummed out because it has issues and stuff. I knew it was going to have issues. And I knew there was going to be quite a bit of body work and everything that needed to be done to get it right. But, I mean, I feel like I can do it. And we're just getting around to it slowly. But I want to make sure it's done right, and it's not going to be something that I have to come back to in 5 or 10 years or something like that and see a horrible job. I'd rather have it just done nicely. So, taking my time and getting it done. But we'll get back to it when everything's all masked off and maybe this side at least is all done. But, yeah, coming along. Okay, so she's all frame painted up now. I got the front all done. Everything looks nice and shiny. It's still a little tacky right now. This is the stuff that I used before putting the paint on. And then this is the stuff that I used on the basically whole underside and everything too. So that stuff's great. I mean, it'll last for a really long time. That's basically what all of like the old muscle car people and stuff use, and they coat their frames and behind all of their panels and everything, and it won't rust. It just won't. So that's all done. Tomorrow I'm going to clean up all the pieces and stuff, and we'll get this thing put back together looking like a whole car. And then all we need next is the windshield, and yeah, then we'll get her ready for paint. I mean, I still have this whole paint kit inside that I need to do for it. So after that, then we'll actually be able to get a new ECU and then do the bigger injectors and a retune on it. But that's where we're at so far. It's looking pretty good. We'll get back to it when the body's all put on there. So I just realized I'm probably going to make this a 2-part series, with this being such a long video of taking the frame, or taking it down to the frame and getting it all painted. So we're going to do it for this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us some comments. But see you on the next one.